This video from the Famous Personalities series is about Stanley Milgram. Stanley Milgram was born on August 15, 1933, in New York City. His parents were Jewish immigrants from Eastern Europe. Milgram showed an early interest in science and psychology during his childhood. He later attended Queen's College, where he earned a degree in sociology. After completing his undergraduate studies, Milgram went to Harvard University for graduate school. He studied social psychology and earned his Ph.D. in 1960. His education at Harvard greatly influenced his research interests and future experiments. Milgram was especially interested in human behavior and authority. In the early 1960s, Milgram conducted his famous obedience experiment. The study aimed to understand how far people would go in obeying an authority figure. Participants were asked to administer electric shocks to another person for incorrect answers. This shocking experiment revealed surprising results about human nature and compliance. The results of the obedience experiment showed that many participants were willing to administer high levels of shock. About 65% of participants continued to shock the learner, even when he appeared to be in pain. This finding raised ethical questions about the treatment of participants in psychological studies. Milgram's work highlighted the power of authority and the willingness of people to obey. Milgram's obedience study had a major impact on the field of psychology. It changed how researchers viewed authority and human behavior. The experiment is often cited in discussions about morality and ethics. It also raised important questions about the limits of obedience and personal responsibility. Milgram's research led to important discussions about ethics in psychology. Many criticized his methods, especially regarding the psychological stress caused to participants. As a result, new ethical guidelines were developed for conducting psychological experiments. Researchers now prioritize informed consent and the well-being of participants. Stanley Milgram's work continues to influence psychology and social science today. His experiments are studied in psychology classes around the world. They serve as a reminder of the complexities of human behavior and the influence of authority. Milgram's legacy encourages ongoing dialogue about ethics and the human capacity for obedience. In addition to the obedience experiment, Milgram conducted other significant research. He explored topics like social networks and the small world phenomenon. This research showed how people are connected through social ties. His findings changed the way researchers understand social relationships and communication. Outside of his academic work, Milgram led a private personal life. He was married and had 3 children who supported his career. He enjoyed writing and often shared his thoughts on social issues. Milgram passed away on December 20, 1984, but his contributions to psychology remain influential.